Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. Hey, well, Nick Collier here, and we've got another little shorty that we can work on. I'm going to show you what happened. We went in and this is the surface we started with, and we went in and cleaned up this surface, but you can see what a mess it made of it. So the conclusion I came to was, okay, we need to put new inserts in our head. Then I'm going to swing you over here. Well, this is a great indexing head, but the problem was, and I bought it on eBay and I got a pretty good deal on it. The problem was is that the inserts, and I could not find the right insert for it, and of course the company's long out of business, but I did find some inserts that were gonna work. So I slid them in here and snug them down, and the problem is I don't know if you can see it or not, but here, and I'll get a steel rule, is there is the insert, and if you look at that, it needs to be at this angle. And so what happens is the insert hits on the foot of the insert itself, and of course it never cuts. So what I did, just as an experiment, probably about a year ago, and it's been a year since I've used this head, and I really want to use it, is I just went in on my diamond wheel and I just trimmed the insert back just a little bit. And that worked, except it didn't work really well, and you could see on that piece that I worked on that it wasn't the greatest of designs. So I'm just looking at this again. Yeah, and that's further down. Okay, so all we need to do is get just a little bit more angle on this insert. Now the problem is, and this head is adjustable. Each insert is adjustable, which is a pain in the ass, but once you get it set, it should work out just fine. So what we need to do is we need to take this insert and set up some kind of a holder that we can run it up against the grinding wheel and have it index and in that same position for all four sides, because no use in just doing one side. So here's what I came up with, and we'll come back in a second and figure that out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a little notch into the end of this, and I can do it on this end just to so you can see it. Build a little notch on this end and have it stick out just a tad, and then be able to put this on the grinder plate and get our angle, and then be able to take this out and turn it and put it in the next side, and then the next side and the next side. So that's the general plan. Let's see what we can do. First thing we want to do is figure out how deep this is. It is, I don't know if you can see that, 124 thousandths. So that's good. So if we made it at about 100 thousandths, we'd probably be in pretty good shape, because we want to be just slightly below the surface. Do we? Or do we want to be? I'm going to have to go over there and have a look. Okay, so we've got ourselves a little notch in here. Let's see how this thing's going to fit. I'd say pretty good. It's just a little bit loose, but I think it's going to be fine. And we're a little bit deep, so we're going to want to take some off of the outside edge here. A little bit more. Okay, that looks pretty good, but we're going to take just a little bit more just for safety's sake. And I think that's going to do us. Okay, just a little more. I think that's going to get it. All right, let's loosen this up, take it out, and I think we've got pretty much what we want. Let's take it over to the, deburr it first. And let's go over to the grinder and see what it looks like. Okay, so what we want, we've got the angle of the plate. We want to put this in here. Oops, we got just a bit of a burr right there. Oh, not anything worth worrying about. Okay, so we want to put this in. We want to drop it there, and then it's square, and we're going to go up against that surface there, and we're going to grind a little bit. Now, the thing that I want to do is come in back here, and you can't see that, of course. At the edge of the plate here, I need to put a stop, and an adjustable stop, because I want to be able to sharpen these inserts several times. So we're gonna get ourselves up against there and go find a pen. Mark underneath here. And go find that insert. Okay, well, we got our piece done. What I ended up doing is welding a little L bracket onto that and running a screw in there, so I had an adjustable stop, and that's where it stops. And we've got this thing set up at exactly 90. So we should be able to just kick this into that hole that I cut right there, right? And take it right up till it stops cutting. And we have got some clearance. And we've still got that good cutting edge there too. So I'm hoping that will work. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, well, it turns out that this head is an adjustable, which is kind of odd. Probably, I'm guessing it comes from early in the insert days. So basically, you put the insert in. And I have 5 inserts already ready to go. Yep, that's where we want it. And snug it down, just snug. And then bring the indicator back and get it so that it's just hitting. There we go. And I'm seeing, let's just take that highest mark to 0. There we go. Go over to the next one. It goes much higher. Well, let's check them all. That's higher. That's just slightly lower. A little bit higher. That's right at 0. 1, 2. I think this was the lower one. That's pretty close to 0 as far as I can see. Tighten that up. There we go. Bring it around to the next one, and that's about 5 thousandths higher. So put a little pressure on it, release it. Okay, well, we got a much better surface on that, even though this material is hard ass. I don't know what it is, but, you know, and I think I bought it in a bulk thing. But we got it cut, and it's fairly smooth, and this is Nick Collier checking out.